what are the merits of direct taxes? The first and foremost merit of direct taxes that it is levied according to your ability to pay. That is, it is not levied on a poor person. It is levied on a person who has the ability to pay the tax. And it is progressive in nature. Progressive means as your income increases, the tax also increases. Second is, it is a revenue income elastic. Revenue income elastic means that it is income elastic. If your income increases, the tax increases at a higher pace because it is progressive in nature. So it is revenue income elastic. The higher the increase in income, the higher will be the tax that is, or the revenue that will be generated from it. Better civic consciousness. Now, as I told you, it is the contribution that you make for the government to carry out its social obligations. So it brings an amount of civic consciousness in yourself. You know that you have paid the money to the government in the form of tax, which the government is spending on maintaining this park or the public property like buses and railways, etc. So you should not spoil them. When it brings about that amount of civic consciousness in you, it says it is a merit of a direct tax that it brings some consciousness in general public so that they treat their public property as their own property, because it is your money which is gone into its maintenance and making. Transfer of income from rich to poor. It makes the society more egalitarian or more equal. It transfers. By taxing the rich, you are taking their income and then you are spending it on social causes. So, you are transferring the income from rich to poor. These are some of the merit of direct taxes. They bring about more equality by taxing the rich and giving it to the poor in the form of improving infrastructure or social causes, investing on social causes. And they are paid according to ability to pay. The higher the income, the higher the amount that will be taxed. They bring about civic consciousness in you. You become more conscious about the way you handle public properties, and it is revenue income elastic. As the income increases, the revenue generated also increases. Now, it is not that it has only merits. There are certain demerits also which are associated with direct tax. First and foremost is ability to pay is difficult. It is very difficult to determine that what actually is the ability of a person to pay. That whether which amount, what rate should be applied so that it does not become a burden, because we do not have only two sections in the society. It is not that this set of people are poor and this set of people are rich. There is a middle class also. So what should be kept, what should be the tax structure or what should be the rate so that the people do not feel burdened. So it is very difficult to decide that particular thing, that what is the ability, actual ability for the people to pay. Then first is ability to pay is difficult to determine, and the second and most important, and which is the biggest demerit of direct taxes, that people do not disclose their true income. They have their undeclared sources of income, or they try to evade tax by telling the not the real income but fake figures, by hiding the actual income. They try to evade tax, and this is the biggest problem of direct tax, undeclared sources of income. Then there are certain people who want to declare their incomes, but there are careless who do not maintain their proper accounts. You need to have, in order to apply such types of taxes, you need to have proper accounts maintained in your place. But there are people who do not do so, and because of that, they do not calculate the real income, or the actual tax is not calculated properly. Then the assessment procedure is also cumbersome. You have to include all the incomes that you earn from various sources. So it becomes cumbersome. You may forget some sources or you may not add. So the assessment procedure is also cumbersome, because of which certain people are not interested or they avoid paying taxes. So these are the demerits of direct taxes. Direct taxes were the one on which you have to bear the burden yourself. Now, let us talk about indirect taxes. Indirect taxes are the one in which the burden is shifted from one person on which it is actually levied. He shifts the burden to another person through a change in price. Now, what are its merits? It is convenient in assessment and difficult to evade. It is a tax that is levied mostly on price. It is on production. So, it is something that is included in the price of a product. So, you cannot really evade that. Now, if you buy coffee and you see that this is the price and this is the sales tax that is levied, you cannot say, I will not pay the sales tax. So, you cannot evade that. It is something that you will have to pay. So, it is easier to collect. And it is easier to assess also because they are calculated at a particular point, like when the production is done, then they are assessed, or like when we apply custom duties, so they applied when the goods come in the country, so they are applied at particular points, so it is easily to assess them and it is easy to collect them. So there is convenience in assessment and difficult to evade, and they are included in the price, so people don't even realize that they are paying taxes. When you pay a direct income, it really pinches you because you realize that this much amount of money you have paid. But when they are included in price, it really doesn't pinch you that much. As direct taxes are progressive in nature, it is said that indirect taxes are regressive in nature. But they are not really regressive because they are differential rate that is applied to it. Like indirect taxes are kept higher for luxury goods and they are almost nil for necessary goods. So they are not really regressive. They are difficult to evade, as I already told you, since they are included in price, so it is not possible to evade them or avoid them. Then they discourage consumption, especially on drinks and tobacco. Now this is something that the government keeps in mind, that things that are not good for the health of the people, that are not good for social, that do not give social benefit, are taxed heavily so that their prices increase and the people are not able to use them, or they avoid them. So it discourages consumption of things like alcohol and cigarettes, etc., so that they tax them heavily so that people do not use them. So they discourage the consumption of things that are not good for the society. So these are the merits of indirect taxes. It discourages consumption on bad things, and then they are difficult to evade. They are included in prices, so you cannot really avoid them, and they are not regressive in character because there are differential rates are applied to them. They are higher for luxury articles and they are nil for or low for necessary items, and they are convenient to assess. But at the same time, they do have some demerits also. At times, they do become regressive in nature, where they are applied for things that are used for mass consumption and you have to pay them. There, it really pinches to pay those taxes when the thing becomes expensive. They do not create social consciousness because you want to buy something, you will buy, and you really don't care. It does not bring like social consciousness. In the case of it was a merit of a direct tax where people feel that they are responsible for it. Any such feeling is not created in an indirect tax. Government is not certain about these taxes. It applies them wherever it is like a source of revenue for them. So they are not very certain about these taxes. Then it is a tax which can be shifted forward or backward. Forward, it can be shifted in the change of price, or at times when the producer cannot do so, that it cannot shift it because he is afraid that the product will not be sold, then he shifts it backward. Backward, that the wages are reduced and then their supply, all the productions, that all the payments that he has to make, those things suffer. So it is a burden that can be shifted either forward or backward. In either of the ways, it affects the economy adversely. And at times it can be evaded by people use improper methods like smuggling and illegal trafficking in order to avoid these things. So people are forced to go for these things if they want to avoid it, and they actually do it in order to evade such type of taxes. It promotes smuggling and illegal trafficking and all. So these are the demerits of indirect taxes.